Hi friends, hope you're doing swell. Hello friends, I hope you're doing swell and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alexis. I would love it if you stuck around. So I found the most gorgeous exterior of a house on Pinterest. Y'all, Pinterest is my jam. I have a memes folder. It's private, but I have a memes folder that legit has like 7,000 memes that I've collected over the years. So Pinterest is like my fun thing to kind of scroll on, just looking for inspiration, especially since me and my husband bought a new house. When was this? Almost a year ago, we sold our condo. It's been a great place for us to get inspiration for our house as well. But as I was scrolling yesterday afternoon, I was like, oh, I really want to recreate this in The Sims. So today we're over in Santa Sequoia. I'm going to show you the house and we're going to try to recreate it on this rental lot that I didn't even know that we had. Alrighty, so this is the rental lot in question. I've already bulldozed it and I changed it to a residential lot because it was a vacation home. I just had no clue that we had this over here. That's why I'm very fortunate that we're actually playing like these legacy challenges, the Very Veggie as well as the Nightmare Legacy. So we get to kind of bop around the different worlds and explore them in their entirety. Right now in the Nightmare Legacy challenge, we're over in Hempford on Bagley, which is one of my favorite worlds, and kind of just deep diving and exploring everything that has to offer in that world. And then our Very Veggie Legacy challenge, we're over in Windenburg, which is also one of my favorite worlds as well. But anywho, let me put the picture on the screen. This is the house that we're going to try to recreate for today. Now, it's typically not something that I do. It's a little bit bigger, and I know we're on a bigger lot, but I'm going to try to make it like still in my style and also kind of fit that Santa Sequoia. It's very boxy, but I think that might play in our favor. So I think I'm just going to build it like this perhaps, and then of course we could do like the floor plan and all that fun stuff together. But I hope you've been having a wonderful and cozy Friday, and also thank you all so much for like the condolences and just the calmness with all the wonderful like just prayers and thanks and wishes and all that stuff when you go through someone that's passed. It's been a very strange last couple of days, not gonna lie. My husband actually comes back in town today, so it'd be nice to like have him home and we get to kind of like just be together and hopefully have a very chill weekend, you guys. These weeks at work have been also very, very stressful, but I think it's just the season of life. I just keep reminding myself it's just the season. It's not going to be like this all the time, but I'm still very thankful and blessed, most definitely. But let's see. I want to kind of do the roofing. It's very different than what I typically do, but I think that's the fun of doing like these houses that I find on Pinterest, because it's definitely something that is extremely more different than my building style, which helps with like building in general. I'm gonna go ahead. It looks like they have like a light gray swatch almost. Yeah, I think this one might fit a little bit better. The lighting is, oh, there we go. I was going to say the lighting is a little bit wonky, but the lighting was fine. It was just me. And then on that reference image as well, they have two chimneys off the side. Now, I know we didn't put like a proper bump out, but if we're going to put a chimney, I want to have a chimney. Like, bam, bam, bam. Would that work? We could probably honestly go up one more. I want this to be even though. Where is that? It's, oh, my grid's not coming up. Oh no. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just copy this vibe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy. And then we're gonna copy that one up top too. That works. And then we of course need to do some type of like half wall to like bury our chimney in. So I might do like that. Oh, I think this is lopsided. I need to move this over. Just one. Why does it still feel lopsided? Is that because it is? Okay, hold on. Let's move. Oh, okay. I think that looks a little bit better. Let me just scooch all this over a little bit. Yeah, okay. And then we have like this really pretty like red brick. I was thinking of this one from Cats and Dogs. I really like that. And I don't know if you saw it on the reference image. It has like these little like almost not pipes, but like little spoolies out of the top, which I think looks very similar to the reference image. So let me grab you, girlfriend. Oh no, if I place you like this, there we go. I was gonna say if I have to, oh no. I was gonna say if I have to place it with the 9 key, it's gonna glitch out, so it's gonna be a little bit darker than I want it to be. It's the thing about placing stuff with the 9 key. Why is this one sitting up so much higher? Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to move this up with the 9 key, which is not what I wanted to do. Why is this not working? You guys, hold on. I need this to just go down just a hair. It's a sweet spot right there. See, look. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna use the 9 key to bring it up. It's not gonna be perfect like the other side, but you see the glitch I'm talking about? That stinks. Oh, this is not wanting to place. You guys, this might have to be something I do later. I can't focus on this right now. I just want you to place beautifully. Like just right there. Just in the little crevice. It's a little bit higher on that side, but we're gonna figure that out later when I do like the montage portion. Honestly, I'm gonna take it off for right now because it's not balanced like I need it to be. Okay, and then in the front they have like a really pretty like stone pathway. So let's go ahead. This is gorgeous, that stone tile. But I maybe want to use something that's a little bit more like this masonry tab. Now this is a little bit similar. It's not like extremely similar. And this one is also a bit similar too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's do it with this pathway right here. And it looks like as well there might be traces of it like across. So I'm just gonna kind of bring this all the way around. And of course we're gonna do some really pretty landscaping, which is my favorite. Oh my gosh, have y'all seen the trailers and stuff for the Enchanted by Nature new pack? I am so excited for the landscaping. Not so much like the gameplay, because I'm not like super into occults. I don't really think anybody is super into occults. Like they're fun to have in the game, don't get me wrong. But I love like the build and buy that comes with these type of packs. So I think I'm more excited about that. I think I saw someone hold down Alt. Yeah, and I'm gonna just bring that forward just a little bit. And let's go ahead and save our progress. Alrighty, so the windows situation. Oh wait, hold on, we have a bump out too. I was just looking at the picture in a little bit more detail. And it looks like we have a bump out to like right there. And then they put another one of these like little roofs on top. So I'm just gonna copy this. Let's scooch it in all the way, girlfriend. You don't need to be that far down. So let's bring it up to like right about there. Yeah, that looks good. And then let me bring this back just a hair. Perfect. Oh, I love that. Okay, over the windows as well, there looks like there might be some more little bump outs. So let's try to recreate those too. They're almost like little bay windows. That's not how I really want it to be. Let's see, let's go this way. Might need to bring this out one more, then bring it in, and then bring it down. I scooch this in just a hair. I can, okay, perfect. And then let's just plop that bad boy right there too. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is way outside of my comfort zone, but I am loving the way that this is looking. And let's maybe use, maybe not that roof piece. Doesn't really work either. I don't know which roof piece to use. Maybe this one would be the best. And then we can bring the eaves in some. If they want to go in, I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm thinking instead of like copying the picture to a T, maybe we put like a little fence or something down. Now, this is more of like a colonial style house. At least that's how it was categorized on Pinterest. So I think for right now, until I figure out the vibes and stuff with the exterior, let's just put like one of these like little trim fences down, and then we can do some really pretty like landscaping. And I'm gonna just copy, oops. And just copy this on this side as well. And then girlfriend. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's look for some windows. Now, the coloring in the shade is very like muted, but the shingles on the windows are a little bit more like grayish brown color. So I don't know if I should just search for maybe white, like gray and white might be the best bet, or let's do gray because that contrast might be really nice. So let's find some windows that might work. Now, in the reference picture, I don't know if you remember, it has something like this, except it has a top one and then two little sides. So I want to see if I can find maybe something a little bit similar other than like DIYing it. But I can't like recall a pack that has something like that. So we might just have to find the best bet. Wait, this is from Cats and Dogs. Oh, that actually works. And I love it when we find packs because then I can just go to that pack and find stuff that kind of matches. The Cats and Dogs stuff doesn't match to a T. So I think I want to find some with like shingles on the side. I mean, these kind of work. That's from Base Game. They're just a little bit too big. And we have these, which I kind of like those. That's from Base Game. Ooh, these from Growing Together. Really nice too. Oh, these might work, you guys. Look at me using stuff from different packs. And then of course, once we get inside, then we can figure out a proper like layout. But I don't mind those sitting off the sides because realistically, when it's like a storm, you would just close them. So I'm not too mad about that. For the exterior of the house, it's very much like a grayish, light brown color. So I'm wondering if my best bet would probably to do like, yeah, like some of this. Just paint that all over. I think even these, but I might make those into a red brick. I do have some that are a little bit smaller, so I'm wondering like for maybe this bottom section, we do the smaller. Yeah, okay. And then, ooh, I love that brick. What if ooh, this brick is really pretty too. How would this look? Is there a different swatch for this? There is. Oh, yeah, we're gonna use this. And this is from City Living. I do love the way that that looks, and it gives it a little bit more dimension. Okay, now I'm gonna take off this because I'm gonna use these little fixtures. What are they called? Cobblers. I don't use these at all, but I wanna like do something a little bit different, get outside of my comfort zone with building, because I can't get better unless I like practice. Okay, so I'm gonna add some of these like just around. And I'm wondering if I should make them, I feel like this side is a little bit bigger than that side, which is fine. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks really, really good. Okay, so I'm looking at the windows though up top. I might want to get rid of those and bring, just because there's flower boxes on the ones up top. Now it's not going to be perfect, of course. And I might go by Base Game just to see if I can find some that kind of fit the vibes, or might just fit a little bit better. It's a little bit too teeny. Oh, maybe these could work. Yeah, I'm not too mad about that. That doesn't look too bad in my opinion. Okay, and let's go ahead and go to my favorite planter boxes, which are the ones from Cottage Living. These are just so good on so many levels. I don't know what color to use. I'm thinking like this really pretty green, which you know I love a good sage green. If you didn't know, my office is sage green. I think it's pulling up more warmer on camera, but it is sage green and I absolutely love it. We might need to replace that window. Put like a circle window. Gray. Dang it. Okay, let's go to gray again, not white, gray. Not really a fan of those. I might just go back. Then we can put like ivy and stuff. Okay, so going back to the reference picture, we have like a cherry brown door. Now I need to find something that kind of fits this. It does have like a little peephole, it looks like. That kind of works. I wanted something a little bit bigger, almost like this. There's a swatch like this, because that could work. That looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Okay. And then let's go back out to outdoors because I want to see if I can find maybe some of these little lights. I love, 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 love those. So maybe we do something like that. And then if we go over to Love Struck, Show me everything, please and thank you. I want to get the little, like a little address plate. Oh, not that one. That's fine. So, like I typically do with my builds, I'm gonna go ahead and do a montage and kind of figure out the landscaping. And then just so I don't stress myself out, I'm also gonna do like a loose floor plan. And of course, once we go in and kind of feel the vibes of the house, we can change that. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on Harry Potter. Y'all, I'm on book 5. I just legit couldn't read anymore, just with like everything that's going on in life and me trying to stay positive. I was like, I cannot read this. I need to get the audiobook. So I got on Libby finally after like 12 weeks of waiting. It is finally here. So I'm going to pop that on probably and do some landscaping. So enjoy the jazz music and I'm going to zone out and do some landscaping. this is what I came up with for the house. I took my time, had a little lunch, also a little matcha break, so I am back and ready. But I took my time and I'm obsessed with the way that this house turned out. So this is the front, you guys. I feel like it looks pretty similar to the picture. Also put in some little greenery bits up here. Maybe they opened that window and then they watered these plants up there, almost like a little flower box. But I just couldn't figure out a roof. So I thought that this still looked pretty good. And then coming on the corner, I have all of this gorgeous landscaping. I added some more windows. Now they seem a little puny with the size of the house when I'm looking at it right now, but it looks really good on the inside. So I just added flower boxes all the way around. And then going in the back, we have a little place to barbecue, some flowers, and then a nice little landing strip where you can come in from this side as well. And then it also meets to the curb out here too, because I imagine you can like pull in and like park your car, but we don't have cars in The Sims. And then going in the backyard, I have some of these little lounge chairs. I placed one kind of sloppily, so maybe they're trying to keep their face in the shade, but they're biting in the sun. Got a little drink tray, some towels, and then a nice pool. But I'm really happy with the way the outside turned out. Now, we're not going to look at the chimneys because the chimneys were doing their own thing, so we're just going to go right inside. So I did go ahead and do the bathroom, and I think I showed you that within the montage, so I'll go ahead and give a little tour down here. So this is the bathroom on the ground floor. We have our laundry. I did put this little laundry basket. It's not functional or anything like that, but I put one in front of it so you actually can't use it because I think laundry is bugged. I love to put laundry in my actual builds, but in my gameplay I really don't play with it. So did a lot of growing together, some love struck, also some paranormal on our little blinds. And then on this side we have some growing together, sleek bathroom kit, and then my favorite tray of dreams from Tiny Living, and then my favorite base game toilet. And this is the layout for down here. So the house does have 4 bathrooms. I'm thinking we have a little entryway where to put your shoes on, have like a little etage, and then a mirror, just kind of check out your outfits before you go to work. Over here I was thinking like a dining room table, or maybe just like a little lounge room. We can honestly put like a living room right here, and then make this little area back here like a huge kitchen and a dining room, because we're gonna have a lot of Sims. So we have a bedroom right here. This is going to be a toddler bedroom. Upstairs we have another fireplace, so we have 3 fireplaces in total in our house. But coming up the stairs we have this huge landing way. We have another little bathroom right here, so I put some sleek bathroom kit and a lot of other stuff that I just kept throughout the build, which is growing together, love struck, tiny living, base game. And then over in the parents' bathroom, so it's not accessible outside, you can only access it through this actual bedroom to give them a little bit more privacy. So I put some of this same old, but I wanted to use some really pretty eco lifestyle curtains because I never use those. And then laundry day little floral sets, but they also have their own vanity as well. That's the parents' bedroom. I was thinking like a teen's bedroom right here, which they have a fireplace, which is pretty clutch, so maybe we can do like a grandparents' room right there. That might be nice. And like a teen room right here, or maybe we do the teen room down there, teen room right here, grandparents' room like right here, so it's on the first floor and they don't have to go upstairs. And then I was thinking like an office, maybe another bedroom, I don't know, we can kind of figure it out as we go. And then this is the other little bathroom, so they have a shower, same old kind of things. And then this is from Seasons. But I am obsessed with the way the house turned out. I think it looks so freaking cute, and this is totally outside of my normal like capacity that I do for builds, so I'm really proud as well. I took my time, and I think that's the best way to do it, especially if you're not used to doing big builds like me. Taking your time with smaller builds works. But anywho, let's find some flooring. I'm kind of obsessed with this one. This is just like my favorite. And this is from, well, I might want to put carpet in there. This is from Eco Lifestyle. I'm gonna look at some carpet. So we have some of this from, ooh, maybe we make this work. And that is going to be the kids' room or toddler's room. Maybe a toddler and a kid. And then that's the grandparents' room. I like that hardwood floor down here. I think I'm going to copy it upstairs too. So we put hardwood floor in those, and then depending on this, it's like an office or something. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the grandparents' room first. They have a nice little place for them to unwind and live with their kids. I love the idea of generational homes. Like, my idea in life is to have like a huge enough house where we can have like an in-law suite for both my mom and then my mother and father-in-law as well. So we're all on the same like plot and land. I just love that idea of having those generational homes there. They're my favorite. But that's saying because we're like really close with our folks. So we're fortunate in that sense. But let's go ahead. I want to use a bed that I typically don't use. And this one from Cats and Dogs, I don't use at all. I want to do kind of like a funky pattern. Maybe we use something like this, that blue, that yellow, and that red. That might actually look pretty good with this setup. So I think I'm going to use, those are kind of like beat up. Let's go over to Cats and Dogs. Also, I need to go and get Bo his bone real quick. You want your surprise? So if you hear something in the background, that is Bo. I just gave him his bone. But I think I'm going to use these little side tables. I'm going to, of course, pick like a different swatch. And we might need to like reorientate this room too. Ooh, I like that because they're not going to be able to access door. So maybe we do something. I want to give them both like a nice little side table, so we might have to put this like right in front of the window, which isn't bad, but I think I like that setup a little bit more. And I kind of want to use the matching dresser as well from this pack, just because I feel like it gives the perfect like grandpa and grandma vibes. These blues don't match. Should we do gray instead? These are just like slightly off. Oh, that stinks. I think I'm going to try to still make it work. So let's just see if we can make it work. I want to go ahead and get them some pretty blinds. Now, I do really love these, but I think I want to go a little bit more old school just because I imagine they sold their place over in, what's the name of the world? Brindleton Bay. They sold their place over in Brindleton Bay, so they kept a couple of their like favorite decorations, but they were just trying to like sell everything so they can come and live with their like kids and their grandkids. So that is the lore that we are thinking about. I want to place these kind of high up. Ooh, that's like really high up. Can I bring this down one? Shoot. Okay. Maybe not those. Maybe not those. Should we do some more like yellow? What if I search by yellow? Would that help with like finding some swatches? Because I want it to be almost like a butter yellow. I was going to say those kind of work. They're a little big though. I have those. They don't really fit the vibe. I mean, I really want to use these, but they're just clipping a little bit too much from my liking. Oh, and those are a hot mess. Oh, and those are too. Okie dokie. Might have to take this filter off. Let me take yellow off, and let's just use our tried and true ones. They never steer us wrong. And we just place that a little bit outside, and I'm gonna bring the bed up just a tiny bit as well. Okay, so for the side tables, I don't have like any clutter kits like that, but I do want to make do with some of the stuff that I do have in game. If I had a color kit, like a clutter kit, I would probably have like the little open face book and stuff like that, maybe like a mug and like some tea. They have a bunch of little stuff like that, but I'm gonna use what I have, and we have an open face book, which I think I'm gonna use from right here. And let's go ahead and find some little lights. Now, I don't think I'm gonna give them like my Trail of Dreams in here, but I might give them like these little Edison lights. Ooh, I feel like it would still match the vibes of the house. So let's use these from Growing Together, since a lot of the stuff in the house is from Growing Together. And then I'm gonna go back over by Kids because that's just the best place for me right now to find like little clutter. So I'm getting some of these little clutter shoes from Dream Home Decorator, and I'm just gonna do them in some random swatches just to give it a little bit more personality, but I do really love that. And I want to add some other little bits up here, maybe like those folding shirts. Yeah, I like those. And then perhaps do like a nice lamp. That may look really good. Even like a little figurine could look nice, but I think I want to try a nice little lamp first because there's not like a ton of stuff that kind of slots. So maybe we do, ooh, these swatches. Maybe that one. Cute. Okay, we do need to go kind of plain with the rug. So I am going to probably do the one from Lovestruck. This is my favorite. But I do want to bring some more light to the room. So maybe I'll use something like this. And of course, you need to watch TV from in your room. So I'm going to give the grandparents a nice little TV right there. Okay, let's go ahead and look for some wallpaper. I'm probably gonna go pretty plain with the wallpaper just because I want to just take my time and find some nice like decor bits to bring some more personality into the room. So maybe we just do like a little plain, something like that. We could go a little bit more like bluish. Ooh, I like this. And of course we have to add some plants. Now, I love this one from the Sleek Bathroom Kit, so I'm going to add one right there. And then I'm probably going to put a picture right here too. I like the idea of having some family pictures around. So maybe we do like some family pictures right there. And then perhaps like another little plant on the ground. I love this fig one, so let's do something like that. What else of like clutter that we can probably add in this room? I just want to kind of scroll down. I would like to put a desk, but I might give them the opportunity to put a desk somewhere else. But we could maybe give them a cat, having like a nice little animal. Let's do like a little dog or a big dog. That brown works. Let's do something like that. And then over on this side, I can just do a nice picture. There's some really pretty ones that came with Growing Together. I also kind of want to use a collage that we already have. So we have like this little collage that could work, which I kind of like that. And what if we put like two nice seats over here? Or give them their own little sofa. I kind of like the idea of having like an ottoman or some nice cozy seats. This from Lovestruck could work, but it is a little bit cramped. So maybe let's search for ottoman. That one's so big from Base Game. I like this one from Horse Ranch. Those patterns kind of work though, so let's do that. And then I want to give them one, ooh, maybe another light, and then of course another plant as well. And I might go by Base Game. Let's see. Oh my gosh, these swatches are a mess, but we could bring some more of the yellow in. I don't mind that. I might pull these pictures down just a little bit. Maybe let's just do my favorite little Base Game. But there you have it. That is the grandparents' room. I think that is so cute. Let's go ahead and save as well, save our progress. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do our, I guess our toddler's room, because I do have a toddler potty, so maybe like a toddler and a kid. I do want to use some of the stuff from Growing Together. So maybe we do like toddler right there. Is there a changing table? There is, but I think I need to go to filter by Base Game. That is why. That, and of course I'm going to change it up. I just want to like figure out like the layout first. And I love these beds. So we could do one of these from Growing Together too. Such a good pack. I will always say it, 10 out of 10 pounds. I love that. Let's go ahead and use that, and then maybe we can put, I love the idea of having some little pictures up there. Maybe like a little backpack. Because I don't imagine this to be like a big kid. It's like a 6 or 7 year old that's sharing a room with like their 4-year-old sibling. Something like that. So let's get things to kind of put in here. Love. Okay. Let's find a little light. And I would put the Defender light, but sometimes I've realized like in the little gameplay, it is so nice to have like the little monsters, because sometimes your little Sims can actually befriend the monsters under the bed. I think that's really cute. I like the way this is set up. We can throw like a little Blarfy. I'm gonna scooch this over just a little bit. Put a Blarfy right there. Maybe put some little blocks and a few toys down. Oh, and let's put a toy chest too out there. Okay, let's look for some curtains. Now I do love these, so I think I might use this and like that really pretty pink swatch. And then perhaps we would also have a rug. I feel like you would have like another little rug in here, just so the carpet doesn't get like super grody. So maybe we find, ooh, that pastel is so pretty. We can do something like that. And then maybe if they have a green, maybe not like that. The little sweets are cute. Kind of like this though. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna get a rocking chair because that'll be really cozy to like read and rock the baby to sleep. So we'll do it in that. Don't like that shade. Kind of like that one. Okay, let's get 2 of these little pictures right here for the baby. I might scooch those in just a little bit. And then I want to see kids decorations. Maybe we'll have some of those. Oh, this is so cute. Let's also add that out there. Oh, this windmobile, all adorable. Do they have any? I like that green swatch. Some little baby shoes. And that green color too. I think I like that. And maybe add some more little decorations over here for this sim. So let's scroll down. I wonder, there was some stuff that came with Parenthood that can probably work. Oh, I love that. That is adorable, and it still has enough room for you to expand. So let's go ahead and look for some wallpaper. Ooh, that pink is very bright. Kind of like the pastel color. So maybe we do something like that. Or we can do something a little bit more chaotic. Let me actually search by pink. Okay, we have this like ghosty wallpaper, which is honestly kind of cute. This from Love Struck. This gingham is really pretty as well. I still want it to be like bright and childlike. I like this. There we have it. That's our little toddler and child's room. We already have the bathroom done. So let's go ahead and figure out this little living room over here. Now, I do want to add a nice family couch for them to hang out. And this is probably like the best bet to have somewhere. So let's look and see. Now, I love this couch from Growing Together. I want something that's a little bit more cozy though, that looks like a family couch. Ooh, wait, hold on. We can have like the little kitty stuff right here. So they're like playing with their toys. I'm gonna keep that right there. Trying to figure out like the best layout and a plan. We could have the TV like right here. Does that match? Let's look. Ooh, that sage green is always gonna have me in a chokehold. So let's do that. Get them a nice family TV in here as well. And I think I'm just gonna use my favorite curtains. Oops, because these never let me down. Let's do something like that. And I'm trying to think of what rug might look the best. So we have some green, we have some brown going on. I'm wondering, should we just use this one? Because this is gorgeous. And this is from Growing Together. And I like that. Maybe we get like a nice little coffee table. That one's a little big. That one looks a little bit more like patio. Could this one work? It could, kinda. Okay, I'm gonna go, I want to look at some stuff from Growing Together clutter, like some little board games and things like that. But I do want to add some hanging plants. This is so pretty. You should use this. I don't know where though, because it doesn't really slot really well right there. Maybe if I search board games. We want this chore wheel though. Let's just stick that right there. I'm gonna go over to Growing Together. Let me thing, please and thank you. Oh, I want to add some of this. It's like a little changing thing. Cute. Okay, let's go back. I want just some little clutter, like the little board games and stuff like that. Like a little family night. That's cute. Okay, so let's add some pictures and stuff. Some more of these wall sconces, because those are really nice. And then we can take off Growing Together and find a really nice picture to go in the background. I want something that's kind of big, horizontal. Got a bunch of degrees. I love the collages. Might use those again. Then we also have these really pretty paintings from City Living. They just have some really vibrant swatches on it, which I don't think they're gonna fit the vibe. I mean, that does, but that's kind of boring and plain. What if we use, you can't see it, but what if we use this one from Love Struck in a little light frame? And then I'm thinking as well, just for like the vibes, I'm gonna go to Parenthood, show me everything. Now, I don't know if they're gonna actually be able to access this, but I imagine them doing like some little crafts and gifts and doing little projects over here. That is nice. And then maybe we can add a little hanging plant. I like this one from Businesses and Hobbies. So what if we put that one right there? Cute. That is simple. It's nice. I really like it. The TV is throwing me off that the curtain is right behind it, but I mean, I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and just put like a basic wallpaper down, and then we can change it. But I love that. That color is so gorgeous. So let's do something like that. Okay, for our entryway. Now there's some things from Cats and Dogs that I'm thinking might look the best. They almost look like a big hutch. So we could use something like that so they can like take their shoes off, put their backpacks on, everything along those lines. I don't know if it's going to be best for me to maybe search hutch. I love that color. So I think that I'm gonna go over to the pictures and let's find something with like a pretty yellow picture that might look good for this space. Those chairs are gorgeous. I need to use them a little bit more often. We have something like this, a little bit more funky. That's really pretty too. We have this. Didn't really fit the vibes though, and that's kind of boring. Oh, this stinks. What about this? That is not bad. And then what if we copy that color to go in here? Okay, so with that in mind, let's lighten this up. And I wonder, dang it, if I size it down, it's like a little bit too small. So I'm gonna just scooch it like right over here. And then I wanna do some type of plant. Ooh, no, a mirror. Let's put a mirror right there. And then we can put like a little plant of some sort right here. We could do another one of these really pretty hanging ones. There you have it. That is our front room, our little entryway. And of course I have to add the little cute mat, and I want to do the one with the gnomes on it because that is gorgeous. And then we can do another one like right there. That one can be a little bit more plain. But I like that. I think the house is coming together, you guys. Okay, so now we have to think about this kitchen. I was putting it off because I was like, oh gosh, I don't know like how I want this to be laid out. So let's figure it out together. And we might need to change this. Ooh, that's pretty. Do a dining room table right over here. And like a big one because we have a huge family. So we do have this one from Eco Lifestyle that could work. That one's a little bit too small. I like that one. I'm liking the vibes of the Eco Lifestyle. Ooh, we could bring some more of that deep wood, but we've been using lighter wood, so maybe we should do that. And I do want to use my favorite chairs. They're the ones from Growing Together. They just always look so beautiful no matter where they go. So let's do, so it's at least 2. Oh my gosh. We're gonna need to put like 3 seats. This is a huge family. Do something like that, and then we can do some bar seating as well. I might scooch this up just a little bit so it's not like too hot on our Sims' backs. And maybe we bring in some more of that yellow. The easiest way to do this would be just to delete all, oops, not delete the floor, just delete the chairs, and then copy this. Yeah, I like that. And maybe we can just sit like 2 other little chairs over in this corner. Just one. Just like an extra one. Yeah, I wanted some of these fire pokers. I think that is pretty. And then perhaps we can also do like a figurine up top. I never use these little sculptures or anything, but it might be nice to use one. Oh, this one from Growing Together is adorable. What if we do that? Isn't there a chicken? There we go. Look at this hen. Cute. We do like a little plant. Oh, that doesn't fit. You fit though. Come in a different color. Oops, didn't mean to delete it. I'm gonna change the color. That yellow, gorgeous. I love it. Okay, I want to copy some of these sconces. Maybe do like one right here, or we get rid of this one, and then make this one like a little bit more even. That looks even. That works. Okay, so we have a kitty thing right here, which I don't know where I'm gonna put that just yet. So I'm just gonna toss them right there. Let's figure out some type of kitchen. Now I want to keep it like bright and airy still. So I don't know the vibes. Maybe we should just go for like these base game ones since they've updated them. We can make it like kind of big. Oh my gosh, that's too huge. I gotta figure out the color first, I think. Let's see. These came in some really pretty yellows. But these did too. These from Home Chef Hustle. Oh, I think I like those a little bit more. We put a corner piece right there and a corner piece right there. Maybe we delete this one, bring this one over, and then we can do the fridge like right there. I think I like the vibes of that. It is clipping a little bit into that window, but if you don't see it, girl, I don't see it either. Use this stove, and then we'll get the matching sets up top. Let's do a long one, short, and then, ooh, let's do this long piece instead, right there. I like that. I might scooch this over and maybe do a bigger counter right there, because that works. Then we can do a little bit more like clutter, because I typically don't. Like, I never put a microwave. Might be nice to have a microwave this go around. I want to leave those two blank for them to actually cook on. So I'm going to look for pans. No. Maybe pots? No. Skillet? No. Okay. I think I know where it is though. It's over in base game, and if I go to wall decorations, it's usually like at the bottom. Size it down one. Stick it right there. Let's go ahead and put a little fire detector and a bin. Of course, we need our little animals to have somewhere to eat. So I say they have like 2 dogs, so maybe we do those 2 for like a water bowl to put like underneath it. Oh, and we should get like a little dog picture. I never use that. But in my head, I was thinking the other one. Cute. Okay, I do want to give them a little island as well. I think they can get an island in here. We got enough space for one. Then I can scooch this over just a little bit. I think we need another light source. So I'm gonna just add this one. Okay, let's look for some bar stools. I'm kind of obsessed with those. I want a backing on it though, because I want it to be like comfy enough for our Sims. So let's put our little trash can. Where'd you go, girlfriend? You're hiding from me. We'll do the trash can right there. Change that color to yellow. Kind of want to copy this little light and put it back there. Get my little anti-fatigue mat. We'll do it in that dark gray color. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so with this in mind, we can probably do a little bit more clutter. Now I want to give them some music, because that'll be nice to have like music and cooking. And then maybe a Sim is in here like doing some schoolwork. We'll have that right there. And I think I'm gonna get a fruit bowl. Ooh, put the tea right there. Hold on, let's go back to appliances. I don't think this is gonna be functional, but I still like, yeah, that's cute. Okay, now I want to get a fruit bowl. I'm just holding down Alt to Alt place that. Cute, I like that a lot. Okay, so I think I want to maybe make this area a little bit more brighter. So I am gonna change the lighting on it. I just want to add this little flower from Love Struck. These are so pretty. But let's make it a little bit more lighter over here, and that might come with us actually picking a different tile. What if we use like this white tile for over here? And then we use this one again. We can then use some columns to maybe separate the space. Were there any that came with growing together? Those are a little bit like too industrial. So what if we just use these white ones? Just to kind of break up that space. Cute, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna copy this little front mat, and then we're gonna copy it as well out here. Let's find a little gnome swatch. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, let's find a rug. That one's a little bit too big, but if I size it down, it might work. I'm feeling like these chairs should be a little darker. So let's do something like that. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna put the little the little playpen thing right there. And I might actually just stick that in there. But I like having a little toy chest right there. I like that. Okay, so in this room as well, I do want to get a bookshelf. And these are my favorite ones at the moment. So let's use these. Let me scooch that door. Can I scooch this door over just a little bit? Yeah, that's cute. Maybe we do like a nice rug. We can copy this one again. That swatch is really pretty. And with that, could we just move? I size this up. Move it back. Maybe replace those flowers in the center. Oh, I think I like this a little bit more. We can get rid of this. But maybe we can have like a little seating over here. Oh, no. Or we can have like a skill building. How nice would that be to also maybe have some chests to get your logic skill up? And by the fire, oh, 10 out of 10. And let's look for another little painting of some sort. Cute. And I don't mind that this space being like very open. It helps kind of flow a little bit better. Like painting by the fire. I think I'm gonna size this down one and stick it right there. But yeah, I like the vibes and stuff of downstairs. It's a little bit different than I typically would do, but I am enjoying the way that it's turning out. I think the final touch would to be add would be to add another little plant. There you have it, you guys. That is the downstairs. Let's go ahead and go upstairs because we have quite a few bedrooms in the landing way to furnish. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. We're gonna have a teen bedroom, parents bedroom. Maybe we can stick like a little office over in this nook. Let's actually do that first, like a little study place. Because that might be nice to have like at home. It's like out of sight. And I wanted to see, because we got quite a few like new desks recently. And I love this one from Lovestruck. But since they have kids, I'm wondering, should we do like, let's go with the Heart Wants. And the Heart Wants the one from Lovestruck. And I love these chairs from high school years. Because it has that really pretty floral color that I always pick. It's just so good. We'll do that. Add my tray of dreams. There you go, girlfriend. Now I'm gonna go over to Dream Home Decorator because they have this that looks like they're working on a bunch of stuff. I'm kind of obsessed with that, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Then maybe put like this little compile thing right there. I never use this rug either, so I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to do so. That swatch isn't bad either. Then maybe over here, just put some more like little clutter. I don't typically use these either. There's probably a reason why. I'm not too crazy about that. I do like the idea of having a chair though right here. And do another little skill building thing right there. That is cute. Let's just toss those. I like that, I like that. We have a big little landing way. I don't know if there's anything else that I really want to put over here. I mean, we can like look, maybe they can do like yoga and work out from home. We also have this little scouts thing, which we can just stick like right over here. Like check their badge progress, like some activity tables, or we can do another little toy. And then I might search activity. These little activity tables are so cute. What if we stick like, and then copy some of this clutter again so it looks like they did some little arts and crafts. But let's change the swatch. Yeah, something like that. That is cute. Okay, we do need to find a runner. Now we don't have many runners in the game that like look really good. I mean, this one from Jungle Adventures has some crazy colors on it, but it could work. Not crazy about it, but don't hate it either. I'm gonna go down here, maybe grab some of these sconces and just place a few of those around. Go back to living room. These little beanbag chairs, so maybe they're like sitting here. Oh, I can put a video game console. Do like a yellow. Ooh, that coral is really pretty. If I go to audio, will it come up? Gaming console does though. So what if we do something like that? They would have to like strain their necks to look up. This is The Sims though, and they don't really care. I think I'm gonna get rid of that rug. And let's just do like one of these. Cute. I love, love, love the way this house is turning out. Okay, so let's put another little flower or, ooh, like a little accent table. Ooh, these are so pretty. Kind of like that blue. Do some more family pictures. I might change up that. Just depends on how the teens room, because we could put the console over in the teens room. But I like the idea of having another, putting some toys kind of randomly around. But I like that. Okay, let's copy this wallpaper. Oops, I think I copied. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, I like that. So I'm thinking maybe we can make this into like a little bedroom. I do want to use this bed for the parents for sure. Which bed should we use? Oh, I like this one though. I'm wondering, what if we do like the gaming console in here? That can be like our teens room. And then maybe the kids have like indoor sleepovers and they could like camp out in the living room. Because we used to do that when I was younger. So maybe we do something like that too in here. Because that is really cute. No, I didn't want to delete it. I want to just look at the swatches. Peppa the Pig. Yes. I wonder, do I have any popcorn? I don't have like movie stuff or anything like that. But if I did, I would put some like little popcorn right there. But I might go back to Growing Together. Show me everything, please and thank you. Maybe they're playing like Castaways or something. And they're camped out right there. That is nice. Okay, so this is going to be our other little Sims room. I love this. I kind of like this swatch. The only thing is that the room layout is a little tricky, but I think we can make it work. Okay, let's use this. I'm gonna take Growing Together off and let's go by high school years. Ooh, this bed is cuter. I'm gonna use that one though. Get them like a little tablet. Maybe not that mirror. Ooh, definitely like some makeup and stuff. I want to get them a little side lamp. I like that, but I'm not really seeing the lamp that I want to use, so I'm gonna go over to lights. And perhaps we just copy one of these sconces. A sconce right there and one right there. That's nice. And I kind of want to jack this. We can do a nice brown dresser. I like these, they're just huge. Give ourselves like a little TV. Then I'm gonna go back over to high school years. Yeah, some little posters and stuff. Oh, and then instead of having this easel down here, oops, what if we actually give this little sim maybe like some little crafts too, and maybe some sketches. Just stick them right there. I like that though. I think that's really, really pretty. So let's go over to build. Let me see. That wallpaper, because it's neutral, it's nice. Then maybe we can get, those look good. They always look good. Just some white curtains though. I'm placing them kind of higher up so they look a little bit better. Make it flow a little bit better. But I like this. I think this looks good. It's a little dark over the corner, but it's a cute little room. Okay, so let's start with the parents' bedroom now. Let me go ahead and save as well. Parents' bedroom is really nice. Ooh, that navy is gorgeous. So pretty. So if we use one of those, we can of course add my little tray of dreams down wherever you are, girlfriend. It doesn't matter which one, as long as I get one. Damn, beautiful. Then we can put like a little clock. That's a little kitty-ish. What if we do this one instead? Now this is Growing Together World, but I'm trying to think of like the newest packs with pictures, but I always go back to these little ones. They're just so good. We'll do those two swatches. Love Struck did come with like a nice carpet, and I think it comes in navy. Oh, so beautiful. Let's actually go to Love Struck. Let's see everything that came with this pack. Guys, I don't know how much the camera was off for because I was so in the zone, but this is what the bedroom is looking like in case my face cam went off. And here goes the rest of the bedroom as well. So that is what it's looking like in there. And so we did a Love Struck bed, carpet, we did some Growing Together side tables, my tray of dreams, alarm clock, these pictures from cats and dogs. I don't know where this is from in particular. Oh, high school years. Love Struck, paranormal, tiny living. So now I was just looking for a nice plant to go over here, and I was thinking maybe one of the ones from the newer packs that I bought. And the one in particular that I was kind of thinking of was this one from Crystal Creations. I think that's really, really pretty. Okay, so in this bedroom, oh, that deep navy is gorgeous. What if I just go by blue? Let's see. Oh, those are so pretty. Oh wait, y'all, look at this. Oh no, we have to use that. It's got to be done, and then we can lighten it up with that right there. But that room is so pretty and cozy, and I don't think I want to clutter it up anymore. And then over here, maybe this is like another little teen. So let's go to high school years, just because it's such a good pack. It's such a good pack for building by. Do like one of these beds, and I want to maybe bring in some of that yellow and this coral. So we'll have to see. Any side tables there are. What if we use like those two? Actually show me everything that came. See if there's any like maybe some of those again. Like some degrees. Some clean clothes at the end of the bed. Oh, I'm just using everything from high school years. Let's go ahead and find a swatch. Yeah. No, I like the yellow. Is there a different color? Yeah. This cute little canopy on top, which I never use. A little side lamp on either side, and I think that's about it from high school years that I want to use in here. So I'm going to take that filter off. Let's go over here, maybe like IKEA looking dresser as well. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to bring this light over to right here though. If we get another one of those little hallway tables almost. It's from Base Game that I'm thinking of. But I kind of like this because it looks like it would be perfect, like little clutter, and then we can stick, dang it. Sometimes that music does not want to go on there, but we can do this. How cute. Okay, so I want to bring in some more purple in this room, or should we do yellow? Or should we do coral? Let's look for orange and purple and see what might. We have this. It isn't too bad. Oh, that's gorgeous, which makes me want to get rid of this. Copy this rug in the parents' room. I mean, the teens' room is really nice. They have a ton of space, but they don't have an ensuite, so they do have to share with their little sibling. Such a pretty room. I'm gonna go ahead and copy these little curtains. There you have it, you guys. That is our family home. It is humongous. I am so glad that I decided to challenge myself with this today. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, friends. If you did miss those fun things, like give it a big old like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, as well as press that bell notification so you're notified each and every time that I post. And until next time, friends, I hope you are doing swell, and I will see you very soon. Bye!